Welcome back to the Motion Raceworks YouTube channel. It's truck day at TBM, wherever the trucks are. And we're going to jump back on the OBS project. You guys probably saw it on Sick Week with Derek from Vice Grip Garage. Did some cool stuff, did Derek stuff with it. But now we're going to just kind of lean on it a little more. I don't know if you guys have watched, but Cleves McFarland is pretty cocky with his F-150. And I think it's time we show him what some good old American muscle is all about compared to that, whatever he calls that thing. But to do that, we don't just want to beat him. We want to beat him bad. And I think the goodies that we're going to put on this old girl are going to make a pretty big difference. On top of that, we're going to do some tuning. So follow along. Here we go. Yeah, old 632 fared pretty well on Sick Week. Definitely had some alternator issues. This alternator is only 105 amps, so EFI and fans and fuel pump, we're going to upgrade that. We got a new Power Master. I think it's 165 amps, so that should be a good upgrade to that. I think that's why it was blubbering. I think it was losing voltage going down the track, and most EFI systems default to save themselves by just opening the injectors, and that kind of just floods everything out. But generally speaking, did pretty well. Just need to kind of tune it up a little bit. We didn't really get time to do that. Let's see what we got planned for us. This is it. We pulled out all the stops. Because we wanted to put a flat hood on this thing, as you can see from the side, the intake just sticks above the hood. Well, we got with the guys at Hogan's, and they have this all billet intake that is low rise and should clear the factory hood by our measurements. Let's just hope that's the case, otherwise we wasted a ton of money. And in doing so, we really blew the budget out on the old project truck. But let's face it, the budget never works out very well. Not only did we buy this intake, they say this thing is going to pick up 70 horsepower over that one, 60 or 70 horsepower, something like that. But also, we called up Speed Tech. Our buddy Ron Rhodes runs our Nitrous systems, and said, we want to get this thing plumbed up for a dry shot. So we went ahead and had them work their magic on this thing. They built a kit for it, and we got purge back here, all the jets and tune-ups and stuff like that. So the Speed Tech guys are really awesome. We sent this thing out, and they had this kit built in a couple days and headed right back to us. So thanks, Wayne. We didn't get a free Nitrous system or anything. We're just appreciative to work with people who are as motivated as we are about stuff, and it seems like that's the case. We got tune-ups for this thing. They float it and everything to go, I think, from 150 shot all the way up to 350 shot, which really sounds like a lot in small block world terms, but in the end of the day, on a big block like this, it's really not that much nitrous, but it will definitely motivate it. First thing that's got to go is this god-awful stock car air cleaner. It's good enough for Derek, not my style. In the end of the day, we want this thing to be flat hood mafia. That just doesn't fit with the program. The cool thing about doing all this, it allows us to put our Icon throttle body on it. We're going to go ahead and put our Billet 90 on the front of it. And then we can either put it in an air filter, we have an attachment that goes right on the end of this V-band. Otherwise we can build like a cold air intake down. But I think just the air filter off to the side should be fine. We'll find out. We can watch IATs and then just play around with some stuff because, for science. And then we'll be able to use our Icon throttle cable bracket. That'll go with our Motion Raceworks throttle cable. We have a cable that hooks up right to the factory pedal in this thing. So it's going to be a smooth install. We got everything we need sitting right here, minus whatever we don't know we don't have. But I think we should be good to go. So we'll get this thing started. All right, got the old intake off and ready to go on with the new unit. Piping off with some SAM spray, of course. You can now get this at motionraceworks.com. Throw it on your order. You won't regret it. This thing's looking pretty nasty inside, honestly, for the mileage it has on it and like what it's been used for. So I know it's running rich and all that, but man, that seems excessive. So we're definitely gonna have to take a look at the tune-up on this thing, but I'll go ahead and clean those up anyways. Just wipe them down on the inside, get as much of that oil out as possible, and try to get this mess of wiring fed back through the new intake. So we chose to go with dry nitrous on this because this does have a Holley Terminator X on it, so it can handle dry nitrous. So that means there's just one less component to fail, at least in our opinion. So basically there's just a nitrous solenoid on both sides with a Y. So all we're gonna have to do from here is get a bottle, a mount, and a gauge and stuff on it, and then hook up our purge kit here, which that'll be pretty easy. It's just a little number 3 line back there, and hook up the power and ground on a nitrous system, and we should be rocking and rolling. This intake has the same map sensor style map sensor here, so we got to switch that out. Move the fuel regulator over to this thing, and yeah, again, there's not another fuel regulator by having just dry nitrous. So use our fuel regulator that came with it, and just keep things simple. That's kind of the name of the game here. You're asking yourself, man, look at the machine marks on this. I pulled this out of the scrap bin at Motions. I mean, truck's nice-ish. Intake's really nice, but the good part's got to go to customers. We just got to deal with a little bit of blends here and there at the Motion Raceworks hot rod factory. But we're fine with it. It'll be all right. Just add some character to it. Size comparison. You can see, I don't know. The jury is out. It may or may not fit. I'm thinking it's going to fit. I just figured it'd be a little bit shorter than this, but I guess if you look at it this way, yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be a close one. We might have to cut the inner structure of the steel hood out. The main thing, we're gaining power, and we're gonna be able to spray a lot of nitrous on this unit. Not that we couldn't have converted that one too, but it's gonna be close. Hold your breath, because we're gonna need all the praying we can get. Well, it looks really, really cool, doesn't it?
I like it.
Yeah. Billet makes everything better in life, right?
2024, man.
Yeah, look at it. Billet makes everything better. But just got some simple things. That fuel line's not long enough. Some of the wiring in the back, it won't make it up here.
Most important.
Yeah, most importantly, got to hook up the nitrous line. And but yeah, otherwise it's gonna be pretty straightforward. It's gonna be, all I'm saying is it's gonna be close. Hoods hump up usually in the middle, so let's just hope that it's tall enough. If not, we're gonna have to do some surgery. I'm actually thinking maybe this might be our biggest problem. So what we'll do is we'll just flip the throttle body over, and then flip that over there so it's still facing. It actually can go out either way, but hey, a little bit of motivation here at the end of the day at TBM Brakes, and we'll get back at it again tomorrow. All right, another update we did to this thing was we put a XS 16 volt D1600 battery in this thing. Not quite used to big blocks and how much harder they are to turn over than old 9-to-1 LS motors that a lot of us run, and I guess Coyote also. Got the solid state wired up for all of the nitrous stuff in here. Also, the cool thing about where we mounted the bottle is it fits comfortably behind these very plush seats, so we can retain all that and still have functionality. So Brett is finishing up a little bit of install stuff. We're waiting on a couple of nitrous lines. As you can see in this video here, we're utilizing our new bulkhead 6AN fitting to go through the firewall. Super clean and easy. Drill one hole in the middle, and then 3 matching holes, and then it bolts right in. You know, seals up the firewall and everything. What do you think about those?
Oh man, it was super nice, clean. It's better than just like drilling a hole, running a line through. The hole's too big. It's not.
And the nut that goes on the other side.
It's not sealed
yeah.
if you have a fire or something. Like
yeah.
This is by far, you know, the best way to go.
Simple product, but sometimes those are the best ones. We never like the ones that you have to screw the nut on the backside because they loosen up. You have to have a friend there to do them. Technically, you could put like rib nuts there if you really wanted to, though it wouldn't seal quite as easy. But everything else is ready to rip. We got the new alternator on this thing, so it's the old one, if you remember, had about 100 amps charging. This one's I think 200, if I remember right, and it's set up for 16 volts. So, and I think we're other than maybe switching nitrous jets after we get tired of the 250 shot, we're getting very close. We'll get those nitrous lines hooked up. We got a purge set up. We probably need to run that line for the purge. Yep. There's a purge under here. We're just going to run a number 3 line up through here, but for now it's not a big deal. And then hook up this main nitrous feed line. It should be ripping. Ultra Street win a couple weeks ago.
Yep, you were there.
We figured you were more than qualified to tune a nitrous fed
I'm excited.
engine. Are you?
Yeah, hell yeah, I'm excited.
It's a pretty cool truck.
632.
Yeah, and you're a truck guy, right?
Oh yeah, dude, through and through.
Nitrous, big block. What could go wrong?
I got it all set up. We're ready. We just got to make it run good, and then we'll go spray it.
All right, sounds like a plan. $6,200 made like almost 800 torque.
Yeah, and I have timing pulled out of it just so we can kind of get a good base for it. So it'll definitely make more, especially pulling it higher.
Pretty healthy little.
Yeah, I think Rowdy.
That's
What
right.
they rate these 1,000 from?
They say they're 1,000, so yeah, it makes sense. It's probably going to be right on par by the time it's all pulled together.
Plus we got an extra 250 horse worth of.
Plus we got a secret sauce put in her.
Yeah.
This ain't like them Coyote motors. This thing makes torque.
See that says 632 BBC.
What'd you tell him about this big block?
I told him, hey, make sure you hold on tight. They make torque. I know he's not used to that kind of stuff, that Coyote. He's used to RPM and horsepower. This has got horse torques. Got to hold on tight.
It's a fair assessment.
Yeah, stiff in the neck.
Big block might
You're gonna
change
be
this
like,
guy. Might change him.
He might become a Chevrolet fan after all.
Yeah. He sure drives a lot of Chevrolet stuff anymore.
Go 580s with the big block and turbos.
That's right.
He said hold on because this thing makes horse torques. So.
All right. Yeah,
Whoa.
I'm not used to all that.
Anticipate it a little bit so your neck don't get broken.
All right, all motor pass here. $640, but in the 8th.
I thought it was 620 in my head. Like, you know, did the burnout stage, you know, it's not a turbo car, so
Yeah.
it's different. And then, you know, I was like in my normal zone, and I go to the button, I'm like, oh, okay, nothing's happening real quick.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
looking around,
very slow.
sit there looking at the dash. But it felt like it ran clean.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah. Well, that's 640. It was wait. Do you let off at the 8th or what?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
It makes sense. It was like 110, so you must let off way early.
Right, yeah,
Okay.
I left pretty much at the 8th in case we enter that shootout, you know.
Okay.
Get the data on old girl.
Yeah, because
and,
they got a no time shootout going on, and if they'll for some reason let that in, we might as well give it a shot.
That's it, 300 shot.
All right. Yeah, turn it on. Because we need. We're testing some parts out, but we won't tell you guys about those. But had to bring it out. Often forgot about, often neglected, but always there for us when we need it. Somehow when a nitrous comes out, this guy's always around.
I'm here. I already told him I got the bigger jets in my pocket, so after the 60-foot cone, I'll swap them out.
We should have put a plate on it because we got to swap a lot of jets on this thing.
Yeah, it eats a lot.
Yeah.
Don't accidentally drop one because
I did drop one. Luckily, Brett found out
You
that
just
I
leave that
actually
one
lost
out.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you
That hole's a little hot.
Pull 1 degree on that hole, let it ride.
I think we voided the GM warranty on this 632.
Yeah.
250 shot?
250 shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you gonna run it out? Or are you still gonna sandbag or what?
Well, no. Should we go?
El
all the way?
Toro. No, we're gonna heads up El Toro.
Yeah, heads up, 8 mile El Toro.
Okay.
That'd be good.
You don't want this smoke.
All of a sudden, everybody's against me.
Tanner, click El Toro on 4.
All right, we got Dougie Fresh, El Toro, Mr. Coyote himself, the truck.
Oh, you weren't expecting that spin.
Oh no, man! I was
Dirted
ready.
this
We
thing.
got staged up. Pretty sure I left on you, but didn't move anywhere. So
Tough break.
yeah.
All right, we're gonna slow the ramp down.
Yeah,
a
we'll
little
slow
bit.
it down with line them a little air pressure adjustment, foot leaf spring adjustment.
Best 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
I didn't know
This dude just sent it. No ramp or nothing.
Yeah, I think that was no ramp.
I don't know if you guys know at home, but Brett is not able to not compete.
Listen, as soon as you said we were racing,
As soon as he saw, he knew a coyote was another lane. He's like, I'm giving all the sticks to it.
and I felt like every big block. Wait, I'm not even gonna say that.
Yeah, we got customers out here like this. All right, we gotta do some switch around on El Toro. I won't tell you about. But good luck with that thing. You put a proper ramp in it.
Yeah, you know, a little ignition retard.
Oh.
Yeah, a little easier on the
It's
progressive.
weird how when you get beat by a coyote, how mad you get.
I know, instantly frustrated. I feel like I need a bigger engine.
It's like an out of body experience.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I just realized we never even put air in El Toro's tires. Like
No. We just
6 months. It hasn't been racing 6 months, and we haven't even checked the tires.
Yeah, the battery was flat, so we took the one out of the trailer, stuck it in old girl.
What a good car.
It's a good car.
If we actually spent some time on it, it'd be pretty fast.
It really would be.
And a
It'd be
pretty
these
good
little
car.
shootouts.
Yeah.
It would be.
We might have to spend some time on it, like we got in here. All right, we're gonna do another shootout. Best 2 out of 3. Truck versus El Toro. See what happens.
Hey, Mr. Coyote and Doug. All right, so tell us about it.
I got him on the tree. Did he spin or what?
No.
I ain't got enough.
I never saw you, dude.
No, you're gone.
El Toro's a ripper.
Yeah, it just like left kind of lazy, and then Nitrous came on, and then I held it to like the 1,000.
I know, you came by me, I was like, he's still in there. I wonder if the throttle's stuck or what, dude.
It was feeling good. I just let her on rip, you know. So I beat you to the corner. Beat you to the corner.
That was awesome.
What'd they run?
I don't know.
I think they left no time.